Hey, Bart Miller here with Cycling Strong. I want to talk about something that a lot of my friends have had problems with and that they're concerned about, and that is clipping in solid to their bike. So I want to talk about, there's all sorts of different pedals and different types of pedals. I use Look pedals on this one. I'll show you my mountain bike that I use the new Look pedals on it also. But what I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit was, if you're riding a road bike, you have a road shoe like this, and then you have some sort of cleat that's on the bottom of the road shoe. And what happens is that you take that with your foot inside of it, obviously. You step onto the actual pedal itself. You stick your toe in, it kind of locks, if you could see that from here, it locks underneath here. And then you turn around and this clips in just like that. Your foot is on there solid so that you're able to pedal. Now some pedals have a little bit of float, and what I mean by float is you can move that without it clipping, without it unclipping off the bike. So it gives you a little float to move your feet, relax your feet, stuff like that. Some pedals are totally solid, you have no float to the pedal. So if you're a beginner, I would make sure you have some float in your pedals so that you can move a little bit so that you're not too solid. The other thing is that when you're ready to come out, figure out if you like to unclip pushing your foot in or pulling your foot out. That will make a difference in how you dismount from your bike, or if you're in an emergency situation, how you come unclipped from your actual bike. So keep that in mind, practice that a little bit. We're gonna go out on the road here in a second. I'll show you getting in and out. But the best way to practice this is to practice on a trainer at a spinning class or something to that nature. If you go to a spin class, take your shoes and just clip in, clip out. Try all sorts of scenarios on your spin class on those spin bikes, because that's a really safe environment. Also on your road bike or on your mountain bike, connect that to a trainer, and then you can clip in and out several times on the trainer itself. That'll help you get used to the shoes, how they work, how you get in them, how you get out of them, all that kind of stuff. So I would encourage you, first of all, before you get on the road or before you do anything else, try this in a safe environment and make sure you understand how that works so that when you get out there, at least you've got a good idea. So from there, I'm going to show you a mountain bike really quick, just a little bit different in shoe, and how that clips in for you. So I'll be right back with the mountain bike. So here's the mountain bike. A little difference in the shoe because this shoe's made so you can walk on it, that kind of stuff outside, you know, all sorts of different things. Also, it's got a different type of cleat that goes in the center of the shoe because you've got this walking platform, unlike a road shoe where you have none of that. They can give you a broader base for a bigger cleat on there. So same concept as you would on a road bike. These little hooks are going to go underneath, right here, underneath this right here. This is going to clip in the exact same way as you would on a road deal. Pops in like that. Then the bike is, you know, this has got a little bit of float before your foot comes out, so you got some good movement. And then when you want out of this, you're able to just go this way or this way to be able to get the foot out. So once again, mountain bike, road bike, doesn't matter. I would still practice on a trainer, get used to that, getting in and out, figure out what's comfortable for you of getting in and out of the pedal, and then I would go out to the road from there. So that's that. So if you have any questions to that point, make sure you ask the questions below, and let's go out to the road and kind of show you what we do from there. We're out here on the road. Now there's two different surfaces here, and we'll show you a little bit, but there's gravel over here in my driveway, and then we're starting to get on the road here. Now even on this right here, you can see that there's kind of gravel on the corner or the edge of the road, probably. So one thing you want to think about if your bike's in that kind of stuff, you may want to move it just an inch further like that onto a solid surface, especially if it's your first time clipping into your bike, because you do not want your back wheel to have any, anything it can flip out or do anything like that. The other thing I really want you to pay attention to is what gear are you in when you're getting ready to actually get on your bike. Because if this is in a gear that you can't push down on and give yourself a little bit of momentum, that's a problem, okay? So you always want to kind of look at that. And those of you that don't know how to fix that problem, you would just click your button, like right here, I'd click this, lift the bike up, spin it around, and that'll shift the gear for me that I want it into, or I can go down to whatever gear I want, hit the brake, and then I'm in a good gear to get on. So just make sure you look at your gear before you get on or before you clip on, because I don't want you to be in a gear that's not going to let you do what you need to do. So then what I do is you put your foot over, you should be standing or straddling the bike like this. Once you're straddling the bike, make sure you get a hold of your back brake and your front brake when you're going to clip in. Now, if you don't want to hold your brakes or you're on something else, then there is another way to do this. So I'll show you both ways. I do that, I hold both brakes, then I reach up, and that was good, huh? I reach up like this, make sure my foot is right by the cleat, and then I just push in really quick like that, okay? So that's my first step. Then I raise my foot up to right here, because what I want to do is get some pushing momentum before I have to get my other foot in, if that makes sense, okay? So I'm going to unclip, I'm going to bring this back around. If you don't want to hold your brakes and you want to be ultra safe, you would clip it in here at the very, very bottom. So you'd have your pedal all the way down, no brakes, and just step in so you're straight-legged, like this, okay? Then you'd bring that back up to here, to right this position, to actually get going at that point in time, okay? So once again, we're gonna do two things. One is you clip in right here, and what you do here is you put your foot up, got your brakes, clip in, ready to go. Two is you don't use your brakes, bring it clear to the bottom, bring your pedal up, and then just step in it right at the very bottom, stiff legged, okay? Two ways to get in there and be safe. Now, the third thing you're gonna do is you gotta get your other foot in, right? So what I do is I push down really good on my right foot, and then I'm gonna start to coast a little bit, and then I'm gonna make sure I'm secure, and then I'm gonna clip in my other foot. So we'll go to there. Okay, so I'm gonna coast just for a second so you can see that I'm comfortable and I've got enough speed. Then I'll actually clip in, but you don't have to clip in at that point in time. You can actually ride a little further if you want to and not clip in solid at all and make sure you're comfortable. So whatever works for you the best is what I would do, and I would do this several times. Don't do this and then just take off, get to a stop sign, and freak out. Make sure you've done this 3 or 4 times in just a short stretch to make sure you're comfortable getting in and out of your bike. So here we go. I'm going to push down on the pedal. I'm going to get my foot up, make sure I'm where I need to be, and set it in place. But I'm still coasting. This time I'll show you how I actually clip in. So when you watch, I'll either be probably at the bottom of my pedal stroke is where I'll actually clip in, because that's the easiest to put that pressure in as you start to stand up on your bike. So my foot's back up where it needs to be, so I get a good, nice line to get going. I'm going to step up, I'm going to get that pedal here, and then I'm going to get to the bottom of the pedal stroke and push in, just like that. Then I'm solid and ready to start riding. So we'll try to get that shot one more time for you. If it's out again, I come up, find it right there, I'm at the top, I get to the bottom of the pedal stroke and put my weight into it to clip in. Ready to go. If I can't find that the way I want to, then what I can do is my foot's out, just like this, I'm coasting. If I need to, I don't even have to get there. I can pedal a full rotation without clipping in. Then I can find it after I got some speed and clip into the pedal. And then, bottom of the pedal stroke, clip into the pedal. All right, I hope that tutorial helps you, and I hope it takes care of some of the fears you might have of clipping in and riding out on the road, because you don't want to be afraid of that while you're riding. So if you have any questions, please post them below. If you have any concerns, please ask. Would love to help you. And the biggest thing is be safe out there. Make sure you can get your feet out and keep cycling strong. Talk to you later.